My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you guys are well. Yes, today we're doing a Bring Your Tactics, a chance for me to pop into your safe. Yes, or rather, more accurately, play with your tactic, not pop into your safe. That's game changer. Occasionally, we do that as well. If I receive a save from one of you on Discord, I might even do it here, like the whole thing. So those first teamers who wanna have me take a look at their save as well, they can do it via Game Changer. I'll do it on the show too. Now, naturally, I've been very busy the last couple of weeks. Yeah, most of you on Discord know. I've had very little time to do content because I'm homeschooling my son, and that takes up a lot of my time. And plus looking after the kids. So I literally am busy the whole day, and then towards the evening, I stream, right? And that's when I try and answer as many questions as I can. And there's no time for me to sit down and actually go, okay, this is a piece of content I can do or question I can answer. So I try and get most of your questions during the stream itself, and I try and answer them, even if it means changing the tactic. Naturally, that hasn't gone down well with some of my saves because I changed so much. And I remember I wanted to explain traps, and our save went south because I wanted to show you what would happen if you don't consider your formation properly when you use a trap, and our season went south immediately, right? And it never recovered. In fact, I got fired. So you guys were there for it. So so I do that. I mean, for me, my live streams are actually meant to be more like I'll help you guys out, and if I need to just talk about a tactical system, I do it during the live stream. We did also during the live stream Liverpool. How would I translate the current Liverpool season into the game? And I did that on the live stream too. So yes, unfortunately, I didn't record most of this stuff, so I can't recut and push it out. I mean, I should have done that. I should have, like, that's what I keep telling myself, but I didn't do that, so it's a bit of a waste. I'm gonna try to do that, but time permitting as well, because the hours are just not there for me at the moment. Yeah, it's been quite tough, and it's getting tougher and tougher every single day. In fact, I haven't been going to the gym for the last week, which is kind of different from prior to this, because ever since my mother-in-law has needed multiple operations, so it's all hands on deck, and everyone is yanked in all kinds of different directions, I guess. Yeah, sometimes family comes first, right? Anyway, enough of that. Yes, here we are. Bring your tactics. Chance for me to use your tactics and hopefully share some insights. And I've got some tactics from Discord already. Yeah. And then I see some people found their way into the public Dropbox folder. That's fine. Yeah. So we will go there eventually. So we're going to take a look at these tactics first. So the first tactic we got is the wire. It's got a 4-3-3. Quickly, let's try and understand the 4-3-3. A 4-3-3 is a very solid system. Yeah. If you get the right players for it, you do well. A lot of it depends on the striker, whether you have the right kind of player, because half the time this guy's going to end up scoring you like 40 goals, 50 goals, and you need the perfect player for this position. He's got to be an all-rounder, in my opinion. And if you get a good goal scorer here, then you've done a lot of, it makes it easier. But if you have like only a goal scorer and you don't have somebody who can hold up the ball, can't give you options, then you start to run dry. And then you look at systems like this where you have a CM on attack. Now this is how I would also set up all my 4-3-3s with a CM on attack. Why not Mazala? Mazala is also good. I mean, Mazala comes into this area to create havoc. CM comes more centrally. So it puts a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage to teams that are playing with two defenders. Now, the thing is, sometimes when you're playing a double DM system or a system which has got a DM in the center, then this guy is actually driving towards the DM. And that can sometimes be an issue, and the Mazala actually is a better choice. So you kind of need to know the ins and outs of your system. Now, the other thing is we are using, I think we're using this team, Borussia Dortmund. We randomly pick teams, right? I mean, we need a decent team as well. We can't just pick any old team. If I were to pick like the worst club in the land, then there's no point doing the show because we want to see how the tactics work. So we've got a couple of players. We've got Adeyemi. So when I'm looking at him, all he has is acceleration, some good off the ball, decent finishing, composure. I mean, he's young. I wouldn't use him. Haller is a bit better. He's all-rounder. He's more like a pressing forward. He's got the aggression to play as one. Finishing composure is pretty solid. Off the ball, not so great. Passing as well, okay, he might lose the ball occasionally. I mean, looking at his first touch and his passing and his agility and his balance, he's not going to lose the ball all the time, right? So he's going to be able to hang on to the ball. And he's great in the air. So he's not bad. He's even a decent complete forward. He's got good attributes like anticipation, concentration. These kind of players, if you had acceleration, to be breaking offside traps all day long. What about this guy here? They got another player called Ajoke. Another one is not too fast. He's got good anticipation and concentration, he's got great finishing, decent off the ball. Basically, two players that are very similar to each other. So it doesn't really matter who we use. Then here in this setup, my recommendation, whenever you play these kind of systems, right, your player selection, honestly, half of you are making good tactics. Just player selection. I've shown it to you on my streams too. When I put two players inside this system who have low aggression, what happens? Then your pressing, your again pressing system falls apart. So if you want again pressing in the center, you want them to press, then they need aggression as well. So we're looking at this player. His aggression is only 9, bravery 7, composure. I mean, he should not even come anywhere near this position. So we're going to take him out, putting Oskan as a DLP. And how does he fare? He's got very good aggression, passing, vision. He can play in a lot of positions. Roles. He can be a ball winning midfielder. He can be a holding midfielder. Right, he doesn't have any traits that a trait is a tendency to. It doesn't change the way he plays. It just means that sometimes he will do something that trait suggests. So here he's okay. He's not bad. He's pretty solid. Then we got Jude Bellingham. Bellingham as a CM on attack. All you want to make sure is off the ball. Now he's got gets into opposition area, which is fantastic. It means that he's got good goal scoring. This trait is an indication this player is a goal scorer. That's it. So if you are banging on this guy to come in and score goals, CM on attack is over. This player is actually the right player to play here. Then finally we got this player. We're gonna play this guy here. Can he be a ball-winning midfielder? He's got tackling, it's not that good, but look at his anticipation, his concentration. Probably not a good idea to have him as a playmaker. As a ball-winning midfielder. Why? He might have the aggression, but looking at his mentals, his concentration, he might not read the game very well. So I think we swap these two players in their positions and we get a better mix. Now, another way of doing it is, of course, you come inside here, you look at this player, you go to his name, they'll tell you here what you should do with him. This is a good, it's based off an algorithm that looks at their attributes. But what I like to do is I like to find out how they play, right? What can I expect from him? So looking at him, looks for pass rather than attempt to score. Tries to play out of trouble. Immediately when I see this, I look at first touch. I look at agility and balance, right? So, okay, it seems to suggest that this player might be okay, but looking at his lack of strength, I mean, we can try. I mean, matter is he probably can do the job here. He's not going to be phenomenal, but I think he's still a good option. Then we got Omre Can. Omre Can, of course, he is not bad, but he's the reason why I think he might not be bad, but he's got low concentration and poor decision making. So if I were to put him here, he's in the heart of a press. So if he's got poor concentration, we might run into trouble. So we don't want to use him. So we got Ogbonna. Who's this guy? Shorter back, 15 jumping reach. Oh yeah, you guys saw yesterday as well, right? What happened? In your defense, right, you can have some players with fantastic mentals, but sometimes they also need to have jumping reach. I mean, they came in the right position. We had one guy, I think we got fired and we took up a job at RB Leipzig, right? And then we went in, they only had one defender. The rest of the defenders jumping reach 8, 9, 11. Okay, that's it. Okay. Anticipation, concentration also not that fantastic. So every time the ball came over the top, we didn't have to do much, no? Any ball over the top and they would just, lose the header. So this is important, right? So his 15 is okay, 13 and 14 is not bad. Ogbonna is also not too bad, 15, 15, 14. These are good attributes, right? Then we got Sule. Sule is 14, also not bad. I mean, he's better. He probably will win a lot of balls in the air. So we can put him in. And the reason I spend a lot of time looking at players and deciding who's going to be playing, right? This is the way I play. So it's good as well to understand what your players bring to the board. Now here he doesn't have phenomenal acceleration, agility. He's got very good aggression, anticipation, and concentration. So he can read the game quite well, right? However, he can cross the ball, but he doesn't look like somebody who's going to break away and do it all the time. He doesn't have acceleration that a wingback on attack could do. So if he bombs up, there could be a problem on this flank, right? So you want to look at this player then. Anticipation, concentration. Okay, maybe he can read the danger and go out. When he goes out, this guy, teamwork, 14, he might drop back and cover. So this is how you look at your players and understand what's going to happen, right? So, okay, all right. So it's for me, when it comes to setting up your tactic, it's more like I try to understand what's going to happen, right? This guy might get caught out, right? He might not be back in time. So if he's not back in time, who do we depend on? We actually depend on this player. It's a holding DM, right? So he might come in to help us do to cover. So okay. So this is a tactic we got from the wire. It's a pretty basic 4-3-3 without any PIs and TIs. And guess who we're playing? Bayern Munich. This should be fun. So the rule of thumb is oh yeah, sorry guys. So we're looking at the tactic. I know it's on the wrong screen. My bad, man. I forgot to enlarge the game screen. So yeah, we spent all that time talking about it. I'm not going to go through the tactic again. So, CM on attack. So, when we look at this player, this is what I was talking about. When you're looking at players, you have to understand how they're going to be playing, right? So, here, Vovoya, this is the one I want to focus on, right? You see this guy's acceleration, agility, he's a wingback, he's going to get forward, right? Plus, this guy is bombing up. So, this place becomes a bit of a weak link. So, you want to make sure that this guy's got very good anticipation, concentration. Right? Positioning is very good, okay? But if he has to come out and cover, then this guy has to fall in. He has to have good teamwork. So when you play the game, you got to think along those lines. Like, okay, I'm going to attack. So this actually, I mean, I mean, the only one that I might be a bit concerned about is the ball winning midfielder. He might get out quite a lot and do a lot of funky things in this position. But well, you know, this is life, you know. We don't know until we try. So let's try first and worry about it later. Okay, that's the way we play this game. Okay, Mokoku. I don't think we're going to use Mokoku. I think we're going to use the other player. So there, we got 2 carbon copies on the bench. No Adeyemi, Daljit. Oh, sorry, forgot it. Forgot. We're not using Adeyemi. Sorry about the wrong screen. Yeah, I forgot to change. Hey, Minisi, how are you, man? Long time no see. Where you back? Hope you've been well. Huh? Are we gonna go with Adeyemi? Adeyemi, right? Adeyemi starts. No, he's not playing. So we're not gonna use Adeyemi. We had 2 strikers, Yahala, and we're not gonna use Adeyemi. Okay, I like Hala. Yeah, Hala he's very strong in the air. So maybe we'll start with Hala. Okay. I like him, but he doesn't have fantastic advanced forward. Generally, when you play with him, you know how he fits into that role coming here. You see, the thing is, he makes for a good pressing forward, but as an advanced forward, he needs acceleration. Therein lies the problem with this. You see, when you choose this, you gotta start asking yourself, do I have an advanced forward? Right. But we'll play him as an advanced forward. We'll see what happens. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, it's still, yeah, finally doing one of those when I'm awake. Yeah, you know, mine is now. My timing is all dependent on being available now with the things that are happening in my house. The fact that now my content is so sporadic, with what's going on at home and mother-in-law. I mean, she's going through a tough time, so we want to be there for her as well. So it's not been easy. So content-wise, I'm like, what? When is my next video coming out? That's the first thing I'm asking myself all the time. Like, when? Go back. Set pieces, right? Don't do this. Go back. What the heck is going on here, man? Get one guy. Okay, tell him to mark tall. The other guy, tell him to man mark. That's it. The rest you can go back for you like. Okay, go to the other guys. The same thing, okay? So we got, where do we go? We got AML come out. Okay, so we generally are going to ask, I think we can ask him. Okay, I mean, this guy is a short ass, so we just put him here. I think this guy is short. No, he's okay. This guy. Okay, all right. These 2 are useless. Okay, so we come to this guy, tell him to mark tall. Then who's the other one? We can get. We'll tell him to man mark. Can he man mark? No, he can't. Sheesh. What's the one? I think we can ask him to man mark. Okay. All right. So we're asking a player mark. So get 1 player mark, 1 mark tall. Every corner routine. Just make sure you have the 3 golden zones. 1 player mark, 1 mark tall. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. These are the 3 golden zones. That's it. And then attack. Yeah, you know, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is doing this. It works. Okay, so don't change. Don't change it. Right? Okay, you can do it. I think I showed you guys, right, all the different routines: the short, the long, and the short. The short, near post, and far post. Right. The rule of thumb again, very simple. Short, put 2 here. Far, put 2 here. Near post, or rather short, you just bring 1 guy here and ask him to do short, and then just mix it up. This, as long as you cover all the zones and give him an option, you can play short as well, right? So we can come in here and just go create new routine and just do that. Okay, but I won't do it now. You can do it when you want to. It's very easy, right? It's very easy to set that up. Okay, you done this. 1, 2, 3. So this guy has got to have some jumping rate. So 1, 2, 3, all of them covered, right? You want to do a short routine? Take a right-footed player, put him here. Okay. Now, how does your short routine work? Will depend on the player you choose. Some guys have got get the opposite. Some guys have some traits. They like to dribble, right? Some have like they will come inside, and then if he's got a very strong left foot. So sometimes I look at my players. Sometimes I actually put a left-footed player here because he dribbles and he's got finishing and composure. Yeah, he likes to take on players. So I put him here. He just goes into the box and he whacks one. You get that? So the beauty about the short throw is you can actually leverage off individual players' strengths. Yeah. But does it always happen the way you hope it happens? No, it doesn't. Okay, so there's a bit of luck and I like it, you know. It's kind of funky that way. So you put him here, you see this? Crossing, dribbling, passing. So these are the ones that you're looking at. So if he's got good dribbling, he just goes in. So let's find one guy, okay, just for the fun of it. Then you have to look at him as well. Does he have shooting? Yeah, he might have shooting, right? This is Royce. Okay, so what we'll do is we just change this to shot. Okay, just for fun. Hopefully you get one shot. Okay, so this is all you need to do, right? So shot is up. You can actually have more players out as well. Okay, the idea here is the more players you play away, of course there's going to be a minimum number that the AI keeps. Okay, inside the area. You put too many, then the box becomes congested, right? So you want to be, you want to have strike a nice balance. So here we go. Let's see how this works, man. Mini C, long man. Kratos, you also another one. Where have you guys been? Martin Lauren, you also. All you fellas, a long time no see. Hey Chico, welcome back, man. DJ Singleton, long time. You too. A lot of old hats are back. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is from Discord. So naturally, we don't do any changes. The rule of thumb is very simple. If it comes from, you guys come from Discord, I have to play your tactic for the first 45 minutes out of due respect that you are very, very good players. Okay, it's true. Most of you are very good. Okay, I mean all of you are very good. What am I saying? Borussia Dortmund, what are we doing? Okay, then we got free kick. All right, we are playing against Bayern Munich. We might as well shoot to sideline view. Right? The Sadio Mane. So looking at your tactic, look, you're looking good. See, you have players with aggression in the center of the park. I tell you, 90% of your pressing problems gone. You put one Mickey Mouse inside there who cannot tackle, who has no aggression, you get into trouble. Okay, so you want to play a pressing game. Get press, make sure that you've got players with a high aggression. In fact, I got strikers as well with competitive streak in my Gegen pressing systems. That's nice. Good switch for Voyada. Wolf playing as the inside forward. Okay, that little turn he did right over here. I'll show you guys again. This you have to pay attention. This is the thing. This is the reason why I don't use inverted wingers. Look, he's an inverted winger. Comes in on his left foot. Huh? Watch what he does. He gets the ball, right? He checks inside. Then he tries to play it on his left foot. Whereas if I played a winger in that position, he wouldn't have done that. He would just gone across the ball. That's the difference. Right? The good thing about inverted winger is they have time. They deliver one towards this area. If you're inside forward attacking, is a very good ball to attack. Yeah, so there are pluses and minuses. There are pros and cons, right? So it's up to you. I'm not suggesting they always play wingers. I also sometimes will play a winger, inverted winger if I have a good player. So far, so good. Okay, looking decent. Now it goes down. This is the wing back. See what I meant? How important that right back is because the wing back hasn't got back to help defend. So the defender came out. So we have to look at the two roles I talked about just now. This role, this role. These two roles are very important because he might be out of position. Because this guy is attacking, right? So therein lies the first problem, but it's okay. I still think that this is doable. I wouldn't change it too much. I might change this guy to a winger so that I don't spend too much time, the check-in kind of thing. Okay, now this is the first problem with the tactic. And this is the first problem with ball-winning midfielders. Now, if you have a ball-winning midfielder with a competitive streak, then you run the risk of when he gets a yellow card, your tactic struggles because that ball-winning midfielder, the moment he gets a yellow card, he's not going to be aggressive. He might let players just run past him, right? Who's gonna win? That's interesting. So you see his ratings have started to drop. The ball-winning midfielder on a yellow card is going to start having issues. So you end up like paying a lot of attention to him. No? See, his numbers are now 6.5. I mean, he makes for a good ball-winning midfielder, and we got two of these. We'll just go to Bayern stats. And then the Bayern formation is here. So let's look at what's his name? Saleh, is it? No, Saleh Oskan, right? So what does he have? Inconsistent. Okay. All right. Now the thing is here, he doesn't have the hot streak, a competitive streak. So we'll leave him on. Let him stay. But the problem is now is he might not come in, so your defenders might be the first to go out. Okay, so now what we do is we rush. I'm not supposed to change anything. Sorry, I forgot. I was about to make a change. I was like, yeah, what was change? I was going to make straight away? Reflex, what that change? The reflex. Okay, I saw something and I had to change straight away. We're rushing our chances a bit too much. So I was thinking that immediately when I saw the opportunity where the players just, you see the wing back again out of position, right? So my first reaction was to go and drop my tempo. Because I am not seeing enough. The wing backs aren't getting into the game, right? We don't have very fast wing backs. So by the time the ball gets up, those wing backs are caught in the nowhere land. Ball comes in, nice. And they clear off the line. Like I said, this tactic in itself is a good tactic. I like it. I probably wouldn't want to make too many changes. There's only one I'm looking at, the inverted winger. Nice! Misses. Tactic is good. Like, the changes I make are very like cosmetic. Like here, I'll probably go with a DMD now. Basically because first up, I don't think we can afford this guy to be running all over the place anymore, right? Okay. That's the only change I made. I'm looking at Wolf right now. Inverted winger. He's got a right foot, left. Okay. He's coming on onto his left foot, which is reasonable. Not that fantastic, right? So what I'm going to do with him is I'm just going to leave him as a winger on support. That's it. No change. I'm not gonna change this guy to an inside forward. Okay, we're gonna make further changes, right? I'm gonna ask these guys to make it a bit harder for the opposition. So we're gonna just ask these guys to mark tight. Okay. I also want him to try and break away more often. Okay, so dribble more, take more risks. That's it. So this guy, don't wait. Yeah, we're playing against Bayern Munich. Let's get some goals. Okay, now Vovoyeda is running off all the time. Yeah. We're gonna ask him to I normally tell him to mark tighter, but we're gonna leave it. Mark tight is something that I'm very careful of as well. Why? If the other team has got very good players, mark tight will see my players, us getting skin, because I need to check who this guy is. Musiala, is he very fast? A great agility, acceleration. If he's marking him tight, good luck to you. He's just gonna turn and accelerate. So I think that's better. See, he's not marking, Schultz is not marking tight, right? So that's kind of better. So it depends on the situation. I don't think mark tight should be a default. I know I do it in all my tactics because I'm lazy. Haller, the idiot, he's been put through so many times. Let's take him off. Okay, let's make some changes. We bring this guy on. Vovoyeda, this 4-3-3 is very straightforward, right? Your changes are always the same changes all the time, right? You don't care what the rating is. You just make sure those guys get off the pitch because you need fresh legs. Okay, Felix Passlack can play on the... Oh my God. Okay, all right. Let's not consider him. Voyoda comes on. Who's on the left? Do we have a left back? Ralph Guerrero. Okay, Ralph Guerrero can actually play in the heart of midfield. Shorter back can't cross the ball to save his life, but he can be a good defensive influence. So Nico Schultz, we'll take him off and put shorter back. That's 2. Saleh Oskan, Omrachon. No, Guerrero. Okay, put Guerrero there instead. Okay, so we made 3 changes straight away. I made it in the fullback, DM position. Okay, so those 3 positions, which are actually my favorite positions. In a 4-3-3, I will aim for these 3 or one of these 2. So 1, 2, 3 are the ones I change first. Because fresh legs are very important in that position. See what I mean by aggression in the center? When you play with players who are CMs and they've got good aggression, you can depend on that to happen. Right? Unfortunately for us, there's nothing we can do when there's a free kick in a very dangerous position. Alright, so, and this tactic, you should not even, like you've got this option in the game, right? I'm sure you guys have seen this option called trap inside. Right? I would not touch trap inside with a 10-foot pole for this tactic. You know why? It is not because it's a bad instruction. It's because, very simply put, you have an attack duty in your 3-man midfield. The moment you have an attack duty there, I wouldn't play it. Because you might affect the attack duty. Because the attack duty then has to spend time, playing the trap too. Right? So he might not be in a very great position. He's not going to... I find that you will always see him get decent ratings without the trap. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we could have had the lead, right? A few times in this game. Didn't play badly. I think Borussia Dortmund played quite well. Oh, yeah. What did I forget to do? God. Lower tempo. Let's just mix it up. I would play like this. Yeah. This is the setting I use. And then if you face a high press player or defense, I think your tactic is pretty okay. Let's try something. With that one goal down, right? Okay, so we can't make any more changes. Let's we got about some time. Here we got a corner. Is this the short routine? No, it's not. This is the, I don't know, one of the other routines. Nice. Okay. They got into a 4-2-3-1. What is this? I want to see action zones. Okay, most of the game is being played in our half right now. I think your indirect deep, you need to put only one player in the wall. And then two at the edge of the area. So you can defend against that. Because when the ball came, right, just now, you didn't have anybody at the edge of the area to pick up the loose ball. Yeah. So far, okay. I mean, like, I think that this tactic on its own, fine. It's more like you having the right players, making sure you have the right kind of players in your system, and maybe adding that mark tight to the front guys. We were very unlucky. I think we played quite well. Finishing was not. This is what I mean about these 4-3-3 formations. If you don't have that striker to finish your chances, sometimes you end up in a situation like this. And tempo, I would suggest your tempo be a bit lower. Yeah. Now, one of the reasons why we have our 2 goals down is because I pushed, right? Now I'm giving them the ball more often with pass into space. That's the reason why we conceded our second goal. Yeah. Because I pushed, looking for the equalizer. But I would say that, as it is, your tactic is pretty solid. I wouldn't change too much. Yeah. I think it's still a very good tactic. Minimal changes. In fact, no changes. Maybe you want to add mark tight. That's about it. Yeah. There's no need to go in there and add like 100 PIs to a tactic. But a 4-3-3 is not going to bang you. It's not going to be a tactic that scores you a lot of goals in this particular set with this particular team. Oh, great. We're going to play Barcelona next. Yeah. So I think the next tactic, I think after this, we'll be taking some of the tactics from you guys. Hala is actually pretty awful in game. I just leave him free in my Dortmund save. Yeah, I know. He looks like he's terrible, right? And there's another thing as well. Sometimes you sign a striker and he looks like he's got great attributes. He doesn't finish. It's not because of the attributes of the tactic. Just there's something inside the game. Sometimes, I think you guys came from my streams, right? And then we had this player called Skywink. He was scoring lots of goals for us, right? And then his attributes are bang average. And then when you put somebody else who's got very good attributes, doesn't score you a lot of goals. So sometimes it's just the way the game is. I mean, like, maybe there's a consistency factor for some of these players, or some hidden thing that we don't know about. Okay, so we got the next tactic we got here. It's very hard for me. I'm not gonna make too many guesses as to why that happens, but different. Okay, we've got 2. I'm only gonna pick one. Ajax 4-3-3. Kevin, this is your tactic. Whoa, another 4-3-3. All right, interesting. Target forward, very nice. Get further forward. Whoa, this is bold. Yeah, stay wider. Why? Sure, let's obviously narrow. Why? This is like you're trying to do Liverpool, man. No, but Liverpool doesn't play a target forward, right? They play with the... look, seriously, my Liverpool tactic looks like this. So you guys probably wondering what my Liverpool tactic looks like. This is the Liverpool tactic, right? Right now, I'm playing this crazy. It looks crazy. I got Trent Alexander running from here. Mazzala on attack coming here. This is Harvey Elliott. This is Mo Salah. This is Cody Gakpo. This is Luis Diaz. This is Andy Robertson. This is, what's his face? Virgil van Dijk. This is Konate. This is Fabinho. Right. So when they split, right? Actually, in a lot of games we were playing, this guy went on attack. So he started bombing down the flanks like Andy Robertson. But he not as aggressively as he did previous season. Now he does it only once in a while. But this player was all over the park, man. He had so many touches. He was creating so many goals. So this is the system that I created to replicate what Liverpool are doing in real life. Sounded like, I mean, it was just for fun. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I told you, right, our streams, right? We don't take the save seriously. We take other things more seriously. Like, oh, let's make a tactic that looks like Liverpool in real life. Okay, does it work? Yeah, it works. But it's a bit too late. All right, we got Saleh, Bellingham, Emre Can. Okay, Emre Can is an attacking duty. Maybe, this one, but concentration decision is a bit of a. Okay, we're gonna try Giovanni Reina here. Okay, ask him to play in the center. Got Bellingham as a Mazala. Okay, then we got Saleh, Oscar, Guerrero, Ogbana. Guerrero is a fullback. Interesting. 14 anticipation. He actually makes a very good fullback. Yeah. Most in the Chinese side full plays 1-2. So he's gonna come up the pitch. He's got Mazala here. Maybe not. Okay. What about this guy? He needs acceleration and decision making. Doesn't have decision making, doesn't have acceleration. So he can't really play in this position. Emre Can, forget it. Okay. Doesn't have decision making at all. Okay, this guy doesn't have acceleration, has some decision making, gonna get caught out. Okay, we need somebody else. Who can we play in the right slot, man? Okay, if you don't have a player there, look at DM straight away. Mohamed Mo Dawood, 13-17. Decision making, forget it. Can't do it. Again, go to Emre Can. 13, forget it. No decision making. Keep telling yourself not to use him. No, this guy too slow. We'll be waiting in China before you can get there. Okay, Felix Pasla. Come on, tell me you got decision making. No decision making at all. So basically, this entire team doesn't have a player here who can make a decision. Okay, Shule. Okay, come here. What about you? Okay, you can. But no acceleration, but got decision making. Okay, all right. This might be a problem in Houston. Okay, Schlotterbeck, jumping reach 50. Okay, come in here. Ogbonna, you come to the right. Okay, all right, let's try that. Okay. Now, ideally, if you want to play inverted wingback, my advice is, okay, get a player who's fast. Don't play one with 11, 12 acceleration, concentration less than 10. Decision making less than 10. You're gonna get a real idiot running around. He's just he won't know what to do, because this is a role where the fullback becomes a defensive midfielder and creates chances. So if you put a Mickey Mouse there, you're gonna have a very cartoony Mickey Mouse tactic. And don't start crying if your side starts leaking a lot of goals. Hey, it's gonna happen. So we got this guy who's got poor decision. I mean, this guy is not too bad, but okay, I tell you what, we'll try him first, see what happens. You don't have many options there, man. But the way I treat Emre Can, I've been treating Emre Can the same way ever since he was playing for Liverpool. I will never forget the day Liverpool played Bournemouth. We were 3-0 up. Was it 2-0 up or 3-0? I cannot remember. Then Bournemouth did a freaking comeback, And then my friends were telling, the scoreline I think was 3-0 up, and then Bournemouth scored the goal. So all my friends looked at me and said, Dalji, what do you think is going to happen? Liverpool going to win? I said, no, Liverpool going to lose this game. They think, what's wrong with you? Liverpool are leading. I said, look at Emre Can. He went down when the ball was in our half. He was still on the ground when the ball was in their half. That's how long he took to get off the ground. So I was like, seriously, this guy can't. So I don't like Emre Can. I never have. Yeah. He's overrated, man. Even when I was in Liverpool, I thought he was a very overrated player. Yeah, it was okay at the start, But after that, it was just a waste of space, man. Okay, we're starting. This is very aggressive attacking. So what we want to do, I think what we'd be better off looking at this, right? 2D Classic. I want you to pay attention to where this gap, This gap. I like inverted wing, but I've used it many times, right? You see this what happens? Hey, these two, right? Okay. The reason why it's happened like that is because you've got one attack, one winger, right? So the wing back comes in here. This CM attack has come in here, but he's very close to this player. It's fine, okay? This is going to happen, right? This is the reason why this player now has got options. So Munier is here, and Reina is here. Both of them are close together. There's the winger. He stepped back. So you get a chance to do early crosses, which is the reason why I like these players. Whenever you use inverted wing back, right? This guy's he can give you a lot of options down the flanks. Right? So you want to make sure you have the right kind of player. And we got Munier as a fullback. You want to make sure that a winger, your inverted wingback can all gel together. Yeah, so this is our inverted wingback again. There we go. This is the reason why the inverted wingback better be fast. So on the transition, our entire right side was holy. As in poking a lot of holes in our defense. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so far so good. I mean, I have a inverted wingback system that's almost the same, right? I was using one on the stream the other day. It worked really well. Nice. There we go. Mazala. We get a really attacking player as a Mazala, right? So what I played one that's got good acceleration, agility, and good dribbling. So he brings the ball, he holds on to the ball, passing, vision, decisions, has got some flair. So he gets into the area and wins us a penalty. All right, now we missed the penalty. We scored the penalty. If you... Hey, Irfan Ramli, what would you say is the difference between a pressing forward on attack and an advanced forward? Okay, basically a pressing forward is just that, right? He puts pressure on the defenses. So whenever they have the ball, he's always there running around, making a nuisance of himself, putting them under pressure. So the difference is that the pressing forward is always going to be getting tired as well. So he needs a lot of aggression to pull off the role. And he's going to be doing that, I mean, all day long. There's not much difference in the movement. There's not much difference between the two roles. Both go wide when they need to, right? Both the type of players that can link up play. Okay, the only difference now between the pressing forward and the advanced forward is how they treat the offside trap. The advanced forward is more likely to try and actively break the offside trap. And when you're attacking, right, he's more the focal point. When you use an advanced forward, your players tend to look at him for, early, for the release ball. Right, they will try and release him as early as possible. So that's one of the reasons why I like the advanced forward and the pressing forward. But you need to know when to use them, right? Pressing forward and support will drop back and link up play by passing backwards. Much like a poacher does, but he drops deeper. Whereas a poacher stays within the area. Not bad. See, target forward. Don't sell those roles cheap, man. I like target forward. I didn't change much of this. I didn't change anything about this tactic. Or did I? I don't think I did. Just paid a lot of attention to player selection. This, we can't do anything. I mean, I won't say... If I see a throw-in that led to this, I probably wouldn't, it's one of those things. I probably wouldn't get upset because... What to do? Such is life. It's the game. Yeah. Oskan there. Yellow card again. Probably he would have done a tackle in the area. But I think again, right, he was playing his ball winning DM. Okay. Alright. The thing here is this. All these 4-3-3 formations, the moment the DM gets a yellow card, right, you have a problem. Yeah, so you want to address that. You can't address it. We can't address it now. But in a 4-3-3, you're always going to be subbing the DM, right? One of the players that is on your sub list is going to be the DM. Right? So you could sub him early when you see this. I probably would sub him. But I'll wait until the 45th minute, 50th minute, and then sub him. Because if you sub him too early, then there's no real difference. But the game is improved since FM17. In the old days, right, you get a yellow card, you better take him off because he's going to get a red card. Nowadays, you can play for 90 minutes, you won't get sent off. Instead, the idiot called Obona gives you a penalty. I know, man. I didn't appreciate him. Martin, you appreciate him when it was Liverpool. I never appreciated him. I couldn't see any appreciation for Omri Chan. Omri Chan, when he was younger, yeah, I didn't mind him. I thought he had a lot of potential. I was one of those guys that was saying he was a good player because he had a lot of potential. But as he got older, I noticed one thing about him. His decision making was quite bad. Yeah. And his work rate, I was not very impressed with his work rate. When the team has to defend, right, he's like the last player to get out. I mean, when he gets tackled, he's like on the ground forever. I wasn't impressed. Wolf, on the right side, we're going to play, I don't know who we're playing. We're going to pick a right-footed player. This guy is strong right foot, 13-14, bravery. I'm probably going to give our defenders a bit of a meh. Philippe Pasla, again, another one's going to give us a meh. Thorgan Hazard, right foot very strong, left foot very strong. Okay, we'll play him on the right now, I guess. Or Marcus Wolf. Okay, so we're going to make two changes first. Left back and right back, we're going to try and keep them on as long as possible. Because we only have Paslak. We got Vovoyeda. And I guess... yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. I think guidance is not bad. Okay. Reina gave the ball away. Okay, you see this? Drop this to now I can change, right? Okay, all right. Okay. Change it to balance, or rather, balance or positive short passing. Kobel punched. Let's make a few changes to the tactic. Okay, all right. Mazzala comes out here, fullback, inverted wingback. Winger, target forward. Mazzala, half space, inside for half space, wing, fullback. We are really depending on these two to create something. Underlap, no need. We don't want to underlap there. Be more expressive, remove, no work ball into box. Okay. This is okay if you're a very good team. Right? If you're not a very good team, don't try that. Counter, press, counter. Okay. Stay on feet, forget it. Trap outside, never use that. Trap outside, these guys all whacked already. You are playing a trap outside with inverted wingback. Recipe for disaster. Don't ever play trap outside with an inverted wingback, because you're asking them to come this way all the time. Your inverted wingback is here, so he's gonna have to come out all the time when you lose the ball. I know he comes out all the time, but he's gonna keep up and down, up and down. No, just remove traps, man. Traps. Don't play a trap in this tactic. Prevent, okay, stop cross, okay, probably you can leave it. I probably will remove it as well. I don't need that. Now this is, we are depending a lot on this player to move up the pitch. And then this player to do something. Okay, we're gonna turn this guy into a ball playing defender on defense, get him to carry the ball, pass it shorter, no. Play a ball playing defender here to help you carry, because this side doesn't have much carry. I mean, nobody is really bringing the ball up except for you. You went and put underlap here. So this guy's mentality is actually more aggressive. I probably go fullback on attack this role. Okay, so let's just play him as a fullback on attack. Okay, without the underlap, get him higher up the pitch so we get some options. All right, so he comes back. Guerrero finds shorter back. Kobel gives the way. Nice defending. Bellingham. So I think that this tactic, there's no link up from here to here. If you look at your, we can actually look at the passing map, right? And you will probably reinforce what I'm saying. Now the problem is we don't really have someone to replace the center with. Yeah, we don't have anyone. This is where your this kind of tactics struggle. If you don't have two players to come up in the second half, right, you will get overrun by this team, because look at them, they're fresher compared to us, right? So you get into trouble. That's when you start conceding goals. Right? See, your players suddenly all got no energy to pass the ball. Yeah, they got no more energy. They can't even press. They can't even pass the ball. They're losing out already. So my advice is, if you want to use this tactic, I think you need to do something about this role. Play him as a fullback on attack. Get him high up the pitch. You won't see a downside to doing that. And then I would remove the trap. This trap. Stop. Remove all this. Okay. Stay on feet. Also remove. Yeah, you're gonna have more problems because you need. I mean, stay on feet implies, right, that your players don't need to. Your players are always going to be in the perfect position to win the ball all the time. They are going to tackle by not going to ground all the time. I mean, sometimes you might end up having to. I probably would leave that to the players to decide. Okay. I mean, the best I can do, right? I mean, this is how I would play this tactic. I probably would. I won't play on attacking. I'll probably play on a positive. If I wanted like more possession, right? I'll play positive and I remove those other instructions. And you know, the way like, balance is fine, positive is fine, but this is what you need. You need this guy to punch up because you got all this pushing up here. He's attacking, but this flank is not doing very much. The underlap is not helping you at all. Yeah, I don't think the underlap is going to help you. Underlap is great for your high numbers you're going to generate in terms of possession, but other than that, no, man. Yeah, and if we don't get the players right, we might run into some trouble. Yeah, as far as player construction. Now, I think you can play a target forward. Yeah, target forward. The problem with this tactic was the balance. There was no balance in the tactic. It's in it doesn't have a left side attack. Yeah, everything goes through the right to build up play. See, everything comes to the right, and then the left side, this guy doesn't go up. In fact, he sits narrower. So in defense, right, you got to depend on this guy to do a lot of defending. I would remove this instruction in a heartbeat, man. In fact, this flank needs to get up. He needs to get up. So play a fullback on attack. And you don't really need an underlap here and an underlap here. Right, both are underlaps. An underlap, you're holding, the widest player holds out the ball for this guy to score goals. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. If you're so adamant about this guy being a top goal scorer, maybe there's an argument for that. And here, this trap outside is a terrible instruction for this tactic, because you're gonna inverted wingback is gonna come into this position and it's gonna run out again. So you're basically telling everybody, let them all through, but then you kind of like you asking them to bring the ball in and then stop the crosses. Stop crosses is anywhere along the flank, no? So what are you doing? I mean, you're getting the players to tuck inside. You're not playing narrower, FYI. This does not mean that your tactic is narrower. It does not adjust defensive width at all, right? It just funnels play. So remove this. Stop crosses you can. This guy will come and help you defend against the cross. Unless this player will come out. If you don't want these players leaving their positions too much, then remove this instruction as well. Stay on feet, not necessary. See how many TIs have I removed? You can remove all these TIs. I will remove all these TIs, right? And if you're playing this low tempo, move a team around, and what are you going to do when you lose the ball? You need counter pressing, but when you are deep in your half, you don't launch any counters. Okay, that's fine if you want to play like that. But I wouldn't play attacking. This is just high risk. It's a very high risk position to high risk posture to take when you are playing such a low tempo tactic. So if you want to do this, you better have a world-class team of players. If you don't, then yeah, I wouldn't play low. I wouldn't play zero tempo as well. I'll probably play I probably play something close to like, I remove this and I'll probably play something like this to start the game, right? So I probably play this. Work ball into box, I only do it against teams that I am super confident against, right? Because we're going to reduce crossing, right? That's the first thing. But the second thing about work ball into box, you're giving those very defensive teams a lot of time to get back into defensive positions. So this is a reason why work ball into box as well. It's not an instruction I put on tactics all the time. I look at the system and go like, hey, they're playing with this is very defensive. Why do I want to work ball into box? Man, the first chance they get, they come out and want to attack because they have less space. Right? So especially those low defensive line, low line engagement tactics that never seem to come out. So I would remove that as well. So it's simplicity. Simplicity. Keep it simple. Tactics. Don't overcomplicate tactics too much. Okay, next one. Okay, we done Kevin. Now we're gonna pick Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, catch the tiger by the toe. Okay, which one is this? Oh, not this one. Okay, so Trequartista. Because we only take one, we don't take two tactics from one person. That's never been the way we do things. So we only take one tactic per person. Checking. So Discord no more. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at some of the tactics from the others. I'll pick one tactic to play with, but we won't be playing with all tactics. Yeah, so we'll just pick one. Choose the lucky chap whose tactic I want to play with. Okay, now we're gonna go this, and after the next one, we'll look at the tactics from the community. Now, speaking of tactics from the community, I would have put a link up. Dropbox. And then after that, I have to get back. I probably will have to get back to our journeyman save, man. The crazy journeyman save. Now we got to go Leipzig, and with the money that we have, we have to go out there and get ourselves some new players. Man, we got to get defenders, man. We got no defenders in that team. Can you believe it? I've never ever come to a team, taken over a team which doesn't have defenders. I mean, they have one defender. The rest of the defenders all were jumping reach, single digit jumping reach. Yeah, I saw your tactics. So this is a link, guys. Yeah. I hope that's the one here. I saw 2 tactics in there already. So because DJ Singleton will review your tactic. Right. So that means I'll play your tactic. The rest of the tactics, we will talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's check. All right, Logan Hazard injured. I don't know whether yeah, we might use the editor as well in case players get injured. We don't have options, because we are, after all, just looking at a tactic, not trying to do wonders with this team. On our own personal saves, of course, we don't use the editor. Not allowed. We enjoy getting fired, like doing crazy stuff. The motto is charge half the time. Salih Oskan. Again, let's see if he gets 3 yellow cards in a row. Bellingham, okay, all right, makes for a good. Reina, Royce, Brandt, Adeyemi, Guerrero. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting. This is doesn't mean that they're gonna be sitting behind this guy. This might be a change in FM24. I don't know. I do understand that FM are SI are considering getting these guys to sit as DMs in the near future. I don't know if it's gonna be in FM24 or FM25. By one of the FMs, they might, right? I think they are considering it because they're always looking at new systems, right? They're always looking at how teams are playing in real life. And they try to see whether they can mimic the way they play internally, right? So they want to try that out. So I don't know. It might happen, it might not happen, right? So, but for now, he's just going to play like a narrow wing back. Okay, both of them gonna play like narrow wing backs. We got Hummels, no thanks. We're gonna put Hummels back. Hummels a bit slower. Then we got Adeyemi, Brandt, Reina, Royce. I think these guys are perfect. I mean, when I play something, when I see a tactic like this, right? This triquetisa drops deep, one pressing forward. Inverted wing back coming here, inverted wing back. This is very possession centric, right? Focus play to the middle, okay, right? Okay, probably you don't need it. As long as you're playing fairly narrow. I mean, when you play fairly narrow focus play to the middle, you will see more passes within that area. Okay. Whether you... there are people that say you see more forward runs. That was circa FM... that's written by people who wrote the guide in FM 19, I think. Because that's changed, though. So there's no like more forward runs because of off the ball. Right. Players always attack space, so they got to make the runs anyway. A lot of the focus play generally means that players are gonna play the pass, more passes in the center. They were gonna come closer, right? To make those, the central midfielders are gonna come closer so they can make the passes. So, what you would, you don't need to change the, you don't have to play narrow. You don't have to. You can actually play a bit wider, right? Give your players a bit more space, right? But you see these inverted wingbacks, what they're doing right now is that they are going through the center as well. So look, he's gone wide, right? So you see that? So this is the position they take up, like wingbacks, right? But they drive the ball, they come a bit wider. Okay, so we got 1 goal. I mean, I don't think we should have a problem against this team you're playing, or whatever formation they're playing with. Let's go and check when we get a chance to. Goes long, again, yeah. There we go. 2 fellas holding hands, the DM and the Volante. Why? Why was that happen? Okay, you're there to ask a question. Why did it happen? The reason why this happened is because of focus play to the middle. All right. So you don't need this, right? So what I would do in this kind of situation is go like, oh dear Lord. I go wide or I remove it, right? So I can go a bit wider. Let's go a bit wider, man. Get them, you don't have to hold hands anymore. They're holding hands, right? You're still going to focus play to the middle, right? you're still going to see most of your passes coming. Now, at least the inverted wing backs might see the ball a bit more. Your players are going to be further positioned further apart, so they're not so close anymore. Look at that now. Right, it's a bit better, the positioning of the three players now, that we get like the trequartista actually has space to drop into the hole. Right, these two are not, standing on top of each other anymore. You're still focusing play through the middle. Right, look at this now. I go maximum width. Right, your narrow system, right? Okay, you got 2, 3. You're still going to, and you're playing focus play to the middle. Yeah, damn central mids are still going to come towards the center. Right, they're still going to focus play to the middle. There's more space now. Okay, the downside of this now is one of the priorities is they're going to work the ball out now. Right, and then going to look that side pass. Then they go inside. Then they try to shoot. You see, that's going to be the difference now when you play with wider width settings. Right, but watch this again. Right? So they're going to go out and then work their way back in again. Whereas, if you play with, I'm changing on the fly so you guys understand. So now, if you play like this, right, with very wide settings, what's going to happen is they're going to be further apart. So they play the ball, boom, 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 go out. Hey, I'm going to play the pass to him. Okay, now, if I do this, narrow, okay, ping, pam, I mean, can I pass the ball to him? I think I can. Okay, pass the ball back to him. Okay, pass the ball here. Okay, can I pass the ball back to him? Okay, I think I can. Then pass the ball him. Okay, then pass the ball here. Because they're all so close together now. The priority is the wall pass now. So the wider players, when they get the ball, they look inside straight away. Instead of looking down the line, they will look inside first. So you get a lot of what we call wall passes in the game of football. A wall pass is a pass that's made by a fullback towards the central midfielder. Right? So if you want to see a lot of wall passes, you play with narrow width. If you want to see a lot of passes that go down the line, then play with wider width. Because this tactic shouldn't be playing with wall passes at all. It should be playing with this. It should be playing down the line. Like I go out first, okay? Then I will try to get the ball out wide. And then the wider players, what we're going to do is we're going to try and play those AMs, right? We'll try and link up with the AMs now. So that the AMs can be a better, better, whatchamacallit? A hook. For want of a better word. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, this is fine. I mean, I won't change too much. I mean, DM on D, okay, yeah. First way to the middle. Yeah, fine. Don't change too much. Yeah, this is okay. You've got target man, and you can play a target man with a shadow striker as well. Quite fun. Target forward with trequartista. I never tried it before. Now we just experimental mode, okay? Let's try. Eddie Yemi, take him off. Let's put this guy in instead. Eddie Yemi is not much of a target forward. So, in this tactic, you want somebody who's strong in the air. If you're playing whenever you play a narrow system in Football Manager, always get a striker who is strong in the air. That's your priority. Or you're looking at your 3 shadow strikers, right? One of them, like if he's got strength in the air also, I'll pick them in a heartbeat. Yeah. And then don't be worried to shit all over your team. Yeah, so now we go wide. Yeah, okay. Out wide. Thank you very much. Go in. Not bad. Okay. Let's go attacking mentality for the fun of it. What does it do? Defensive line goes up, line of engagement goes up slightly. Okay, take off Saleh, put on Muhammad Dawood. In this tactic, the first players you change are always going to be these guys, right? Your tactic lives and dies by your fullbacks. If your fullbacks become very tired, that's it, your game is over. So your substitute strategy is always go 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 4, you change all the time. You don't look at anybody else. If those 4 become tired, your tactic will fall apart. These 4 get tired, game over. Trequartista, work rate. This one very important. He needs some work rate. He needs to come up, go down, stamina, work rate. Yeah. So I mean, like looking at the situation right now, I can afford to be more attacking. Attacking, what's the pro about attacking? You're taking more risk moving the ball up. Either that, you already got high tempo. Right. I definitely won't be playing this on narrow width, man. If you want to play focus play to the middle, man, go for maximum width if you can. If you're comfortable. I mean, there might be an argument for Mixed passing. Now you got mixed passing, maximum width. You use the flanks a bit more. The players, do you want to be overly reliant on the volante and the DM? Because now you're very reliant on the volante. If you go focus play to the middle. And you play narrow width. Yeah. So now you're actually, if you have a very good AM, then you're set up. There we go. Trequartista. Nice. The AM is so important in your tactic. Your AM is the trick is your AM going to be your AMs and your width settings. Other than that, I won't change this tactic. Yeah. Don't play narrow, man. I've never understood why people want to play a 4-3-1-2 focus play to the middle, narrow settings. Always confuse me because you will see a lot of the players coming together too much, and when they come together, you're not doing yourself any favors, right? So, that's my recommendation. All right, let's go. So we've done this tactic. So now we've done all the tactics from Discord. Oh, Discord very kind, man, today. Okay, we delete all the tactics. And then we go to file request from the community. Community. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I downloaded just now. Yeah, there we go. Extract files. I mean, I'm taking these first two because they came in earlier. Like you guys. They literally was sitting on the show before it started. So I'm like, wow, so loyal. Okay. So we're gonna use those first. Ah man, I should have deleted the other tactics. Never mind. BYT is here. Okay, I gotta think about it now. I know we've done these two. James Callaway we've done. Oh man, I'm gonna have to delete all of these tactics, man. Okay, I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell. Ding. BYT. Where are you? Zoom. Delete. Okay, now we go to downloads again. Extract files. Go to D. Hope you guys are having a good. Today is Wednesday, right? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Okay, now we come in here. Load. There we go. We got two tactics again. There are two, no, here? Wait, I see two tactics, man. 4-3-1-2. I think we're gonna look at a 4-3-1-2. Okay. Don't look at two tactics, only one tactic. Okay, so we look at a 4-3-1-2. Go on holiday. Alright. And then this is last year's folder. Where's public? BYT. Public. We got all this. Okay. I'm gonna remove this. Delete this one. Okay. I think I'm doing this one right now. Okay, then we'll look at these tactics afterwards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Download. Alright. Okay. Alright, tactics. So let's play with this one. But I don't know. I mean, I don't see the name there. Yeah, I don't see the name there. So, Aaron, this is your tactic. Okay, alright. So we downloaded this. So I downloaded these are all the tactics that you guys use the link. I put it in chat just now, so you guys already popped up the tactics. Let me now. Okay, we're gonna. I think I'm just gonna put in everything. Okay, where the heck is it? Okay. All right, come on. For a guy who's got limited time, you're taking your own sweet time to do this. Documents, downloads, 18, 23, 24, extract files, D, done. Okay. All right. First tactic. Okay, this is the one. All right, so we're gonna look at this tactic first. 3-1-4-2. Play this tactic as we go. Okay, 3-1-4-2. Nice. Very simple tactic. It's gonna be a lot of. It's pretty solid. Doesn't require a trap. You'll naturally block teams into this area. Masala on attack with a winger. Kind of like this. You got DM on support. This requires your team to be solid. Essentially, you need a very good team to pull this off. Because the Mazala comes here, he's attacking with the DLF, and the winger is not. This is very possession centric. Got to keep the ball in this area, right? White centre back is a good option for this side of the pitch. Here, ball playing defender, he's going to bring the ball out, and then you're going to depend on him to do something with the ball. So stay wider, mark tighter. Okay, inverted winger is not my favorite role here. It's not. I will tell you, I don't like the inverted winger in a system that has no security. Because what's going to happen is this: if he loses the ball at any point on this side of the pitch, you are in trouble. So we're going to use somebody, I think, who's got first touch. Okay, so he's Togan Hazard's got natural fitness, balance. Okay, I think we'll use him instead. My advice is winger. Yeah, I'll probably go with a winger. Keep it simple, or defensive winger. Yeah, and you can play a defensive winger. Still, see, the thing is, right? What do you want a winger to do in the game? Do you want him to press? Then play a defensive winger. They're very good roles. They're extremely good roles, in Football Manager. Right? We'll play this, but I guarantee you that we are gonna have a few issues. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have a few issues with this tactic. Because generally when I play these kind of systems, I'm looking at the roles on the left to give us some security. Now, these guys are gonna come in. They're gonna see right now, they are coming helping you defend, right? They're gonna go up. This white centre back is a good option. And then he loses the ball and we concede a goal. That was fast, man. I'm not a big fan of these roles. You see the Mazala, Bellingham didn't. These are good players. Bellingham got screwed in the box. Yeah, we got Hummels in defense. He's slow, I know, but it shouldn't be the end of the world with him. Okay, so I would just come in here. I'm just gonna make changes, man. Okay, defensive winger support. Okay, this is what I'll do. Both and defensive winger support. Edit, get further forward, take more risks, cross from byline. Okay, and that we go. One guy is gonna do that. Edit player, get further forward, take more risks, cross from byline. Okay, done. Okay, now I'm gonna get these two guys to be pressing wingers. Okay. They are pressing wingers right now. So they will actually work to help us defend the flanks. Because right now you don't really have anybody defending the flanks except for the white centre back. So they're still going to get up the pitch and contribute in the attacking transition. So if I wanted to play like a 3-1-4-2, I would not use any other role here except, not using a Mazala, I definitely would use a defensive winger here. Instead of a winger, and I would probably use roles that are... They are expensive, It's not easy finding a defensive winger in this game. Trust me, I've tried. Okay, you end up playing with fullbacks and retraining them as midfielders. So I would recommend changing it straight away to defensive wingers. Yeah, you could even. Let's try something. Let's try something really funky. Mazala with defensive wingers that have been told to go down the flanks, right? Okay. Now I'm going to tie this guy to a white centre back of support and play a white centre back of support here. Guess what I've done? Now I got these guys punching forward as well. Okay. So instead I got dribble more, take more risks, cross from deep, cross far post. Guess what I've done? I've turned him into a player that comes up to this position and crosses. And come to this guy, do the same thing. Okay, dribble more, take more risks, cross from deep, far post. Or center. Let's just do one for center for fun. Okay. Alright. So this guy cross from deep. Okay, you want him to go all the way to the byline is also possible. Okay, I've done white centre backs. I think you guys have seen it many times. My white centre back comes in here to do a cross. Okay, done. Okay, so now we got these two. So the only player staying back to defend is this guy. Not a very good choice. So we're gonna take him off and Prona Ubona. Okay, now we need a fast defender. Okay, so we got a fast defender. We got two white centre backs, right? And we also have defensive wingers that going down the byline, right? So we now have a lot of punch in this tactic compared to what you just did just now. Because earlier, you're depending on these guys all the way. But now I've turned them into pressing wingers. That's what happens. Can you change a winger into a pressing winger? If you want a pressing winger, play defensive winger. That's it, simple. Don't try and think that you're smarter than the game or you want to squeeze out because you want a winger. Like, I want the guy to cross the ball. Defensive wingers also cross the ball. Except they press like crazy. So why would you want to? Yeah, I love defensive wingers. I think very underrated role. They work very, very well in quite a few setups. So we're gonna play Guerrero, bring him on. I don't know. Yeah, this tactic again. The center gets tired. We are in trouble. No. Okay, let's go. Okay. So we've taken off Bellingham and brought on Guerrero. So look at this, right? That's why we have white centre back. You got DM, you got these two roles that are acting as a central pivot. You know why this has happened? You play out defense. Okay. When you do a play out defense, the two DMs come quite deep. Right? So that's why reasons why I want them to take a bit more risk to bring the ball out of defense. See what has happened? This is like a pressing winger. Look at what happened in the center. So these guys are still contributing offensively to our transitions. Now we got DLF on support with advanced forward, right? So right now we're just looking at these two roles. These two roles are fine, okay? But the problem with this kind of a setup is you are also asking this guy to create. Now we've got a lot of these creators right now. Why do we need him to create? Target forward attack. Okay, so now we got target forward. Okay, all right. We're gonna have to actually play a target forward. Okay, we're gonna bring on Ayoke. All right, so we got Ayoke and Adeyemi in strike, right? So now, do we need this guy? Okay, we'll leave him as the DM and support, right? So you can actually go like Mazala, defensive winger. Now this becomes a very cross-heavy tactic, right? We are depending, so the Mazala's going to support the defensive wingers and then bring the ball up. This tactic never play trap inside. You're going to suffer. Because if you play a trap inside, you're dead. Because your two Mazalas always out of position. So we can have like a team that crosses a lot, right? So you don't ever want, I mean, we want to, we can do this as well. Now I have a system where this guy is always trying to beat the offside trap. Okay, so what I've done now is I made it into a different tactic, right? With options. Because I can now afford to push because I'm using defensive wingers, they're going to help me defend the flanks. Whenever you play a 3-1-4-2, a 3-4-3, any kind of a tactic like that, you need these wider players to help you defend the flanks. Always. So you need them to do a lot of work. So, and also, those are the players that are going to get tired. So yeah, have players around, sitting on the bench saying, you know what, I can play that role, I'm coming up. Yeah. You need a fair amount of stamina, work rate, some aggression. Don't worry about having aggression because you definitely want aggression. You don't want a player there with stamina, work rate, 7 for aggression. You're not going to get a defensive winger. You're going to get a player that's hey, I'm not chasing after that guy. So yeah, you get in trouble. So my advice is get somebody there that has some aggression as well. So far, so good. So I think if you tweak the tactic, because at the moment, the default, too many risks. Inverted winger will do the little check back to hold up ball, to pass the ball. Hey, he's going to get close down. There's always going to be 2 players on him. Why do that? Now we got a pressing with a Mazala coming there. Mazala is saying, hey, what? You're getting pressed. I'm going to help you. Then behind it, there's a white centre back saying, don't worry, give me the ball, I'll cross it. You're given that one player 3 options. Earlier, he had no options. He's I, me, myself on the flanks. He's got to beat everyone by himself. Now, on the other hand, we have players with options. And we've created a tactic with multiple passing diamonds. Right? This one is like 1, 2, 3, passing diamond. Then 1, 2, 3, passing diamond. 1, 2, 3, passing diamond. One big ass diamond here. So you got a lot of passing triangles in this. So my advice is, it's a good tactic, but when you want to play a 3-4, always think about that. How are you going to defend the flanks? And you don't have to go in, trust me. Yeah, you don't have to use the trap instructions to achieve that goal. Okay, so next tactic. Okay, next few we're going to talk about it. Okay. All right, so we got, thank you for sending it. Kudrik, your tactic. Both defensive wings should man mark attacking fullback. Oh, that's a lot, man. How are they gonna man mark the fullback, wingback, and complete wingback? Oh, sorry. You are specific. I usually monitor data how our next opponent decide on the full. Focus play and don't do that. I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, this tactic doesn't need a focus on the left. Automatically has a focus on the left because of the AP, right? So I probably will remove the focus play. Whenever you do a focus play, right, you're pushing players to one side of the pitch, no? Huh? When you do that, you might get a problem in terms of, hey, gaps opening up. Okay, I probably wouldn't. You don't need one on the left. Okay, here I probably, again, this guy pushing up. When you get these guys to push up, get a V. But this is more like I'm trying to achieve a W shape. Ball playing defender coming here, holding. Yeah, you're getting a reverse W. I mean, I get what you're trying to do here, but these guys are not going to. He's still going to come out first, and these guys will have to defend the flanks. Okay, I mean, like, I guess it can work. Yeah. I mean, I like this. Okay, this guy cross on deep mark specific. Don't. No. I know what you're doing is the complete wing back, but if the winger comes, right? Okay, the winger is the immediate threat, no? So you need somebody to, because if an opposition winger gets the ball, he is going to have to leave his target and then get back. So, and if he won't help your defenders when they need to double up. See, my advice to you is to be very careful with this instruction. I know it can work, right? But be very careful. There is going to be a lot of micromanagement. And micromanagement in a football manager is not something you want to do all the time, right? I would definitely recommend you want him to get further forward. Why? This guy needs to get further forward. How is he gonna? What's happening on this flank? All put one over the top. That's what's happening here, no? Alright. There is nothing else happening in this tactic except let's put one over the top. Right, on this side. So maybe if this is what you want, yeah, fine. This guy has to stay wider. Either you get him to stay wider or play white centre back, where you got no cover, right? That's why you wanted this. If you want to play cover, then get him to stay wider. Ask him to shift out. You need this guy to shift out. They're too close. Okay. If you want this guy to step up, he's going to step up as on a defend duty, but you're not going to get a W. There's still going to be a 3. Yeah, so look, they're gonna destroy you because you're playing CDs. They're not gonna help you on the flanks. Whenever the thing is, right, I don't have a problem. Defensive wingers are always gonna have the challenge, right, to defend the flanks. If you want them to always mark the fullbacks, go ahead, mark the fullbacks. But I am not a big fan of that. Yeah, you get them to mark the fullbacks, but it kills your tactic. Then you have to worry about one over the top. Here I probably will play stay wider, mark tighter, DM, DLP, AP, roam from position. He's going to sometimes end up in the center. Defensive winger. Here, this defensive winger, please, don't cross from deep. Get further forward, take more risk. Cross on byline. Please give him an option, man. Because you got this DM on defend. How many players do you need to defend the flanks? If this is what you're doing all the time, you're going to have problems, right? You're playing a mid block, so they're going to come in and help you defend. But you definitely need this guy to come up, right? I would definitely play this guy as a pressing forward on support or a deep lying forward on attack. Let me think. You got no option. He's not going to help you. Yeah, you got to play pressing forward attack. No choice. This guy's going to go to the flanks and then this guy's the top scorer. Yeah, take more risk, dribble more. I mean, I don't like this tactic, to be honest with you. I don't. Might as well just do this. Play this. You get a link, you get a perfect diamond, you get this guy applying damage, a lot of pressure on defenses. I go like 3-4-1-2, why not? This is much better. You put him on the side, then you're depending on just one flank to get the ball up. And this defensive winger, if you want to do this, then get a defensive winger to go down the flanks. And get this player to bring the ball further forward. I don't think you should use a central defender. You should be using a wide centre back on support to bring the ball here. So you get players who can bring the ball forward and then he can play the pass down the line too. Because right now, a lot of it depends on you actually making bring the ball to this position. You pass out into space. Yeah, this is hopeful most of the time. Yeah, it's going to be hopeful. So I definitely think that you have to do something about this role. I think this is going to be a problem for this tactic. Because this guy, you need some width here. from this role. Because right now what you are is just sit back and hit one over the top. 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 If you get the right players, of course, you'll do well with any tag. I mean, once you get players, of course, you can do okay. But a lot of micromanagement is involved. Yeah. So I would, there's low, you know what's a low cross? A low cross is a whip cross, bro. It's like a low cross is cutbacks, bro. Right, all those like opposition player come and do a cutback. That's a low cross. Yeah, what's a low cross. Yeah. So I would, I look at this, like, if it's working for you, don't change it. I mean, this is what you do. But I would say that you're always going to get slaughtered down these flanks because you're using CDs. Yeah. Look, every tactic is a case of do I want is risk and reward. I would say that if you are happy with this tactic and you like it, then go ahead. But I would not use this. I would not use this tactic myself. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's too risky. There's too much risk in this tactic. Okay. Next, box mid 4-2-2. Oh my goodness, lovely. Okay, wing back, nice. Box to box. Okay, I tell you something, right? When you do this box to box, you need the players to come deep to get the ball. This tactic, desperate for, screams out for comes deep to get the ball. So you need two comes deep to get the ball here who help you in the transition when you bring the ball out of defense. Otherwise, you need these wing backs to carry the ball. And you cannot play narrow when you do that. So therefore, you have to play fairly wide. Because the ball has to be carried out by the wing backs. They got to bring the ball forward. Then they got to play, either they have to play the pass down the line. Play the pass down the line, right? Okay. You already got focus play to the middle. So you definitely don't want to play narrow. Okay. You got shadow striker, box to box. I probably would, I mean, I'm more of a fan of using the segundo volantes in this setup. Right. I probably would use segundo volantes. Then your wing backs can, you get a box defense, right? And you can, these guys can punch up. Then you can have like a, you can have a roaming playmaker here. You can have a segundo volante on attack, or you can play like a DM on defense. You can actually turn this into a wing back on attack, right? You can do all kinds of options with this. But when you play with two box-to-box midfielders, you specifically need players that will come back, comes deep to get the ball. Plus, on top of that, both of them, these are box-to-box midfielders playing from the central midfielder position, which means that the ball comes over the top. These two are always going to come up and, step out. So if you're playing with a weaker team, I would definitely recommend playing two segundo volantes, one segundo volante with a DM, that kind of combination. Now, the thing about this, the attack pattern is it's too symmetrical. These box systems, right, they cannot afford symmetry. You need a lot of vertical movement in this tactic. So these guys go left, go right. These guys go up and come down. I mean, these guys, when they play the ball down the line, these guys are going to come out, right? These guys are going to come out because they got move into channels, right? So they will come this way. They will come this way. And they put a lot of pressure on defenders, causing the shadow strikers to attack the area. Nice. Okay. What I will do with these guys is I'm going to ask them to roam as well. So I add a roam instruction to the shadow striker. Now, personally speaking, when I play this kind of tactics, I also want these guys to be a bit more wider. Instead of these guys coming out, I want these guys to come out so that they can pick up the pass. So tell them to stay wide. Tell these guys to stay a bit wider. Now, what happens when you tell them to stay wider is that they, during the build-up phase, they're actually in the half space, right? So, yeah, no worries when Kudrik. So they can come out a bit more. So when they come out a bit more, you get options. Now, finally, these two rows are going to go left and right. But what if, with these two guys also moving into the half spaces, you can actually get one guy to drop a bit deeper. Trequartista will do that for you. Drops a bit deeper and creates all kinds of vertical movement havoc in the final third. Right? So you can actually do something like this and get a lot of movement in your tactic. Pressing forward is fine. I mean, I think it works, but my own setup would be like an F9, a Trequartista, pressing forward, shadow striker. Maybe even a playmaker here, because a playmaker can roam around, waiting for a player to come, and then he can release the ball. He can dictate play in the final third, right? Because shadow strikers, they don't really do that, right? So just bulls trying to charge into the box and try and score goals. So my personal take would be to play an AP here. You can play an AP on support, he'll drop a bit deeper, link up play, and get a lot of movement in your tactic. So it's not very predictable, right? Then you get like, this guy can drop deep. And then here, this player could be like behind him could be the segundo volante, or if you wanted to, you can play your box to box here, and you can play one DLP on support here, right? One anchor. So this guy can bomb up, right? And then you got one DLP here who can play the ball down the line if he needed to. But I wouldn't play with two box-to-box midfielders. Work ball into box, I probably wouldn't do it. Not with this tactic. This tactic is going to have a lot of problems with work ball into box because you're a very good team to pull it off, right? So if you have, and then higher tempo, yeah, you max out tempo, what your ploys are doing essentially is they're not waiting for support, these two guys to come up the pitch. So you're going to have a lot of hoof balls. I would probably drop the tempo down to here. Shorter passing is just one. I know some people might say this is like one touch passing, very fast, right? It can work. It can work. But if you find that your players are just hoofing the ball and just, when they get to the goal, they're just rushing their attempts. You're not getting your wing backs involved. That's when you want to drop this and then push up your passing meter. But I definitely 100% won't do this, right? I would definitely play a bit narrow because you got focus play to the middle. What focus play to the middle does is the central midfielders will come closer together for the focus, right? So then you get them on top of each other. What you really want are passes down the line as well, and that can only happen if you're playing on slightly higher widths. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I probably wouldn't change. Mentality attacking is like very risky. I probably this tactic is top heavy. I probably play a positive. Positive as well as the passing is a bit shorter. Attacking is a bit more direct. You can find out very easily. You just come in here. Okay, just look at, just move this meter. Okay, I think positive is shorter, right? Then you got to be cautious. Standard mixed passing, right? Go to attacking. Look at the passing meter. It's mixed passing. Go to positive. I think it should be. I think they changed it already, right? That's slightly shorter. So you can still on positive mentality is the default passing distances for all the roles, right, is shortened slightly. Yeah. So they're going to keep the ball. So you can also go on positive mentality. On attacking mentality, what's going to happen is your passing is actually not going to be short. No? Yeah. It's going to be mixed. Because the baseline, you have to look at this as the baseline. So even if you go much shorter, it's not really like equal to the much shorter of a cautious tactic. Yeah, I know it's a bit confusing, but that's how the game works. Yeah. So just look at the. I mean, I'm one of those that just is, hey guys, if you want to play one touch passing, I'm always going to do this, right? But it's not always going to happen, right? So you got to be careful when you do this because if you didn't run a defense, so pass into space can actually work well. Then remove work ball into box. Yeah. I would start most of the tactics. I would start like this. If I find that I'm rushing, drop it here and bring it to here. And then play it on positive mentality. Yeah, this is what I would do as a default for the tactics. I'll probably change it slightly to this, and then I'll change this role. I want somebody to drop deep. So it's either a deep line forward support, a trequartista, or a false nine. Yeah, that's how I'll play this. Because this guy's gonna go this way. I want this guy to come this way. And then what you can do with this guy is ask you to run wide with the ball. Okay, so he gets the ball, he goes here. He creates problems for defenders. He's going this way. This guy is coming here. So all the defenders go, what the hell is going on? So much movement is in a tactic. Yeah. Gives more space to the others. So there are plenty of things you can do. It all depends on the players that you have. Yeah, you can play a mid block with this setup, but probably the mid block with this setup is this though. 1, 2, 3, 4 not really involved. So if they're gonna bring the ball down the flanks, you might have some challenges. I probably would not play a mid block. I'll probably play higher up the pitch. I never play mid-block with a system like this. Okay, next tactic. Okay, we got the Monaco 442, man. Coming from MacBook Pro. Ha ha ha. I love this. Okay. All right. I have a very similar tactic. I love saying that, no? I have a very similar tactic. Inverted winger on attack with... Okay, Okay, this guy's going to dribble with the ball. Shoot less over, close down more, mark tighter. Probably don't need close down more. Right? I mean, this is pretty risky, close down more. Dribble less, okay, fine. Okay, okay, all right, fine. I probably would do this, change it the other way. CD ball playing defender. You know why? Because this is a wing back. He's going to run off. I probably choose a safer role here. Like, he brings the... Actually, let me think about it. Yeah, okay. Okay, Bob. I mean, let me think. A ball winning midfielder tries to win the ball high up the pitch. He wins the ball. Ball playing defenders are actually going to be nearer. CD. Okay, okay. Stick with ball playing defender. Okay. My bad. Yeah, personally, I prefer 2 ball playing defenders. Now, ball winning midfielder, box to box, fine. Winger, fine. Inverted winger on attack. Okay. He's going to drive here. And 2 advanced forwards. Okay. I mean, this is just go forth and conquer tactic. We work ball into box. Remove this. Not your friend. Because your tactic is going to be it's going to be quite reliant on crosses. Now, if you play with a work ball into box, it means that when you get into the final third with a cautious setup, okay, and distribute quickly. Yeah. If you want to distribute quickly, then why were you working ball into box? Okay, this feels like a tactic where I soak and hit, right? So what you want these 2 guys to do, dribble more, take more risk. Okay. You can ask him to play double advance forward, no problem. Okay, this is what you do. Tell both of them to take more risk. What happens now is literally they're gonna go for it. Every time the ball comes in that direction, they'll go for it, right? So what you can do is remove the work ball into box. Occasionally, you can play pass into space when you want to. Defend, count, you soak and you hit, Alternative B is you come into here, come into the shoot less often, get further forward. Why? This guy is going to do a good job of helping. This guy is going to win the ball high up the pitch. You don't ask him to go too far forward, right? Because then you might end up... If you want him to link up play, then what you do is you turn this guy into a pressing forward support. Then you get a link, right? You get this guy dropping and then you got a link. That's nice, right? Then you have link. So you don't need this guy to vacate his position because he's going to win the ball in these kind of areas. So by doing that, you're actually giving him somebody that's not too far away from him so he can play the ball to. Then he can also play the ball into this space. So this guy is actually a very important player. Now, I would not play a bulk basic player here. I would play somebody who's actually got some smarts, can pass the ball as well. So I would probably play like this. With a pressing forward, advanced forward. Advanced forward, take more risk, dribble more, 100%. Okay. Then, this guy, I would remove to get further forward. I would look for somebody here who has the ability to play the pass without choosing a playmaker. Yeah, fullback on attack, close down more, mark tighter. You don't need these guys to close down more all the time. But, if it works for you, it works for you. But I personally never use this. I've never used this instruction. Now, what I could do with this is, far post. Cross the ball to the far post where this striker is operating, right? Wing back, shoot less or close up more. I probably wouldn't do this. You don't really need this in this tactic. 4-4-2 is actually quite solid, but you need these 2 players to be top notch. High aggression, man. High aggression. Okay, don't pick. If your center has players with aggression of 9, they are not playing in the center. That's it. Simple as. Okay, there's no way you're picking anybody here who is got low aggression. If they've got low aggression, ask them to stay behind on the bus. You see? Right? They don't come off the bus. Okay, they stay on the bus. You go play your game, they stay on the bus. Okay, they don't come into the stadium. They don't influence you one way or the other. Okay, that's the goal. So this is my advice to you. When you want to, it's okay. A 4-4-2 is a great tactic. I have a tactic that's a 4-4-2. We can try and play this. Yeah, we got some. I think we got some time. We're just gonna play Olympiacos with a 4-4-2, see what happens, right? We're just gonna make those changes I made, and then play it. See whether it depends on whether we have the players too. If I don't have players in the center who can win the ball, I'm toast as well. Yeah. Your 4-3-1-2. I had it downloaded. I had your 4-3-1-2 downloaded. Is it? So is this the one? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Extract to Steam library. No, not Steam library. Spot list, tactic, PYT here, right? Okay. Alright. Let's just try this for a while. Okay, we got Saleh, Oscar, and Omri Chan. No way, man. Omri Chan. Omri Chan is not that bad. Except for his poor decision making. Jakob Berhan Oizia. How are you, man? How's the teaching? I'm not teaching. I'm just sharing my thoughts. If I was a teacher, yeah, probably, I don't know, man. I'd just help you guys out. Play the game that we all love. That's what I do. That's it. Simple. I'm a simple man. Simple needs. That's all I do. Okay. Okay, this guy can't tackle to save his life. He's got off the ball. 12. Tries to pass. Okay, alright. Maybe he's got the eye for the pass. We'll put him there. Ogbonna in defense. Hummels, please stay at home. Don't come out of the bus. So stay in the bus. Okay. Gittins, Gittins is got. He will develop into a very good player. No? I've used Gittins a few times already. This guy is 33 years old, winger. Can he play here? I think we can. We'll get Marco Reus here. Okay. Jude Bellingham, play him until he drops lah. Okay. Then we take him off after that. Torgan Hazard, useless. Okay. Marius Wolf, I like him. This is one of my favorite players in the game. Okay. Marius Wolf. Okay, I love using him. Okay, we play him here. And pass luck, no luck. No luck. You got no luck in this side. Okay, we're not playing you. Munia can come. Alright, Mukoku. Mukoku, go forth and conquer. Yeah. Alright, Haller, can he press? Yeah, you got aggression. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna try those players. I mean, I think on paper, I think they have the squad. So we're gonna just play on key highlights. I mean, one thing about 4-4-2s, right? Okay, I guess. Yeah, but we play cautious. We just sort of play it on your settings, okay? I will probably not play cautious. Heck, man, I'm going to play on balance. Why we Borussia Dortmund at home? I get it. We're playing positive. Jump out of the cautious. I'm not sitting cautious. Cautious too deep. Let's go attack. We're at home. There's no need to be so pessimistic. Have you seen my streams? I go like charge all the time, bro. I don't care. Okay, I'll play like crazy sometimes. I'll have so many attacking duties just for the fun of it. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go to 2D. Okay, let's watch a bit of extended highlights. Yeah, so far so good. Look at him dropping like a rock, right? He's very tired, no? He's only gonna last 45 minutes. Then, what? You got a swap? Don't do this. Don't be a genius. You know why? Inverted winger, you don't want him swapping with the other guy. Because, I mean, one is the right-footed. I know what you're trying to do. Maybe you got two right-footed players. Okay, and you're doing that. Okay. I will only do it if that's the case, no. Other than that, if it's me, right, I won't do it, no. Because I will never do it. Because if I'm playing a pure winger on one side of the pitch, right? And the other side, I like to play, okay, I guess you could, but I'm very nervous because nowadays I like playing inverted wingers with a strong left foot. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I play wingers with the left foot on the right flank. I do that quite a lot now because I like them cutting inside. Playing like inverted wingers. Yeah. So, okay, we got not too bad. Doing okay. This guy is about to drop. Alright. Let's come in here. So we take this guy off. We play somebody else, right? Okay, play Dawood. Okay. So far, so good. I mean, like we're controlling them. Now I'm gonna counter press. Stop cross. Okay. Alright, leave it. This is very sociable. This is what I call a sociable system. You don't this guy's not overcommitting. So you're actually a very annoying 4-4-2 to play against. Yeah. You're not overcommitting. Yeah. Dune 2 trailer has dropped. Oh my god, I have to watch it, man. There we go. Nice. See, simple. Cross the ball, put it into the area, try to score goals. Okay. Hey, Godspurs, how are you, bro? How do I say? Oh, we got on the last tactic already, man. Hudrik. If you can, the download link is in the chat. You have to scroll up to find it. After this, we just going to look through the tactics. Hey, it's okay. I mean, okay. Now we see our situation, right? We are a very good team. Let's do this. Work ball into ball, slow crosses. Let's be a bit more adventurous. Then we don't play. Let's go. Let's just enjoy ourselves. Okay, camping all the way. Sing the song is while you're doing this. I just go camping all the way. That kind of thing. Enjoy yourself. Okay, when you do something like this, what should you look out for when you're camping? The first chance you see your boys lose the ball, that's when you drop the work ball into box. Okay. Now, when these two get tired, your tactic falls apart. Okay, your defenders, you see how they attacking you down the flanks now? Okay. But you got standard defensive, like cross. There we go. Why am I playing pressing forward? That is exactly why I'm playing pressing forward, right? See, where his position is slightly shorter. There. He starts from a deeper position. He doesn't start on the shoulder of the last man. So he becomes available for the pass, but he's still going to get into the area, right? So this is the reason why I played a pressing forward instead of a double advanced forward pair. Double advanced forward, what he would have done, he would have gone to the flanks, right, to receive the pass. Then, then it depends, if he has got good crossing, whatever. Besides, this is better. So he's always going to drop slightly. There, he dropped again. I mean, you'll have to pay attention, right? You see this guy? Look at him, right? Where is he now? He's in this position, right? If I change him to an advanced forward, what's going to happen is two jokers are both going to go. So we try, okay, we got a both double risk, right? So now they're going to go into this pocket. It can also work, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I personally use a 4-4-2 with two advanced forwards myself, okay? I don't want you the guys to start going, Daljit, your 4-4-2 has got two advanced forwards and two ball winning midfields. Why can't I do the same thing? Of course you can. I'm not stopping you. I just happen to be a bit insane. That's all. So if you want to join my insanity club, by all means, membership is open. There are no fees. Feel free. Make yourself at home. Okay. Marius Wolf, I don't know. Why you going to play pass luck? Okay. Salih Oscar can come ahead. Now we put Amrichan. Okay, this 4-4-2, all four. All four you swap. Yeah. Every time. You swap all four of them. If you need a fullback to get up the pitch and attack, that's your fifth substitute. There we go. Mukoku, Holler, pressing forward, linking up play, looks backwards, but it's a simple pass. Doesn't play a genius pass, doesn't try to be too smart. Right, advanced forward. Sorry, that was the advanced forward. Pressing forward does it. The pressing forward and advanced forward, then on the breakaway, you see the movement is the same, almost the same, right? He goes to the flanks because he got moved into channels. Alright, that's the reason why I went to the... What was that? I changed it to pressing forward, right? There we go. Advanced forward. You notice my advanced forward is not busting a gut. First, this is a counter attack. Secondly, remember we added to his PIs? Take more risks, dribble more. Alright. We'll turn Hala into a genius, don't worry. 4-4-2 will do it to you. Yeah, Pep Guardiola has copied the Sherby's build-up play. Yeah, all the way now. You see the Sherby style, right? The double pivot moving. It's done the same thing. It's fun to watch Brighton play. See what's wrong? Nothing. This 4-4-2 is brilliant, right? And it's a simple 4-4-2. One over the top. What did I say earlier about the BB box-to-box midfielder? Right. I say get somebody here who's got good passing. You have to get somebody here who's like a playmaker. Fine, you play a box-to-box. Nothing wrong with that role. But the moment you play a player with great attributes like a box-to-box midfield, like a playmaker attribute, you'll see him playing like a playmaker occasionally. That's the beautiful thing about it. So a role normally a player doesn't, when you choose a role for a player plays to their role plus those attributes will drive the style of play that you're seeing. It's a great change from Football Manager 12. 12 was 7 and 17. 12 and 17 were depressing. we didn't get that kind of differentiation between players so that everything looked the same all the time. Yeah, so far look. Ball playing defenders are must in this tactic. I would always play a ball playing defender, at least one, so I can do that kind of thing out. So when you're facing the high press, you might have to do that. So we just change it. Look at that. Nice. Simple simplicity. Easy. Camp easy. All right, so we done that. So we done all the tactics. I can see whether there's any more, right? So, oh yeah, your tactic, right? So 4-3-1-2. Once again, we're just going to talk through these tactics. 4-3-1-2. There we go. All right, let's look at this tactic. Volante. Oh. Why so safe? I think it can work, but it's super safe, man. All right, I've never seen somebody start so deep in my life. Wow. Much higher defensive line. Oh, this is balls over the top all day long. I will drop it. Yeah, you don't have to have a much higher defensive line. You do this, you got very squeezy defense, right? One chip finds the goalkeeper, so drop it. Don't play so deep. Right, you get the support coming up. These guys, you probably want them dribble more, take more risks, cross on byline. Okay, so come in here. You need them to do that. You can't expect them to take more risks, cross on byline. This is what you need them to do. You need them to get down the pitch. Volante, get further forward, right? So move into channels. Move into channels, move into the spaces between players, and move between the spaces between the flanks. Okay, so this is what they're gonna do. All right, yeah, you can do that. And then there's another thing you can ask them to do: close down more. Come in here, close down more. Get a cheat roll. Alternatively, yeah, you can do that. So you can this move into channel, close down. So they do a lot of closing down the flanks, right? Because they're gonna come and help you. So you don't really need this. So they're gonna help you defend the flanks all the time, right? So that's one. Yeah, I've saved you a lot of money, man. You don't have to use all the team instructions anymore. Okay, so it's simple, right? Keep it easy. Keep it simple. Dribble more again. Dribble more apart. Why? What's wrong? You got some problem with your left back. Pass it. Here we got this guy. Dribble more. This guy. Pass it short. Don't kill them. Okay, please don't. Okay. You want to play, if you want to play a ball playing defender, let him pass the ball. Otherwise, you want him to pass it shorter, just go play a central defender. Okay? Don't have to go and pick a ball playing defender, because a ball playing defender, occasionally he's not going to listen to you. He's going to play long. So you want pass it shorter, just play this guy. Don't have to try something different. Okay? Ball playing defender is fine, dribble more is fine. Yeah, I mean, personally, I probably would play both of them, dribble more, take more risks. Okay, so we got this, take more risks, cross on byline, double whammy. We know why I'm doing that? Because honestly, you got so many players defending. You need these guys to really punch a gut, bust the gut, not punch a gut, bust the gut, get up the pitch. AP, get him to roam. Move into channels. Again, you want him to drift left and right. Okay, so volantes are coming up with the wing back. This guy's gonna push up, so these guys need to take more risk, because sometimes they have to play down the line, fairly wide. Okay, so you want them to play the ball down the line. Pass into space, probably not a good idea, because otherwise there are no options. They just, I mean, okay, I will try pass into space. You know why? Because we told everybody to move into the channel, so they'll be in the spaces. So yeah, pass into space. Okay. Mid block is fine. Pass into space, shorter passing, the higher tempo. Did I say higher tempo or standard tempo? Don't play higher tempo. Higher tempo, you might rush the passes a bit too soon. Okay, so I'll probably do this. This is fine. Hey, I mean, like, seriously, why don't you? I love this instruction right now. No, this PI on the advanced one, they just run off and try and score you goals for fun. Okay, because this pass into space is going to encourage. These guys might play those balls over the top. He might be breaking away, scoring goals for you all day long. So you might not try that. Okay, AP here. Don't ever ask him to mark tight, tackle harder. You want him to be loose. Stay loose. Okay. These guys, you can ask them to mark tight, tackle harder. So they become a nuisance to defenders. Okay, so this guy is going to do it anyway. Here, you can ask this guy to tackle harder if you want. I mean, I would. I don't know what kind of players you have. So I would do it because I have that kind of philosophy. I want people to break legs. So I would always ask you to tackle harder. Otherwise, what you do is you just play like this. If you need a bit more pressing, we already added close down more. Right? So this is the setup. So I said just change it to this. Yeah, slight changes. I know, I think this is not the first time I've seen this. I've seen this a few times. I see a few people ask me to do 3DM system, but this can work. This can work. Yeah. Hey, hello. Have you all seen my this system? I think you all have, right? You all see my insane system. I think this is a system I showed you all once before. You guys saw the system, right? I was playing with this once. Why center back? Inverted back. Volante. This guy was inside forward on attack. Was it inside forward? No. Winger on attack. And then advanced forward on attack. All holy hell. Just for fun. It can't work though. Because this guy's gonna come here. This guy running up. It's crazy. Try it. Don't knock it until you try it. Seriously, you should try it. It's kind of fun. We do all this. They get fired. 4-4-2 with 2 inverted wingers. I don't really like. I mean, it will work if you have advanced forwards. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Both of them have to be advanced forwards as well. Then it can work. Okay, so yeah, now let's look at the we already done a 4-3-1-2. Wait, why am I going here? It should be this one. Holy guacamole. Okay, I think we have one. We gotta look at these tactics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's it. Okay, we're gonna take a quick look at these tactics. Okay, ding 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 ding. Public 25. Oh, sorry, before I go there. No. Wait, shit. Delete. Okay. Download. Extract. Files. BYT. Here we go. All right, let's look at all the tactics just came in. Okay, we are okay. Chaser, how are you, brother? How are you, Chaser? Are you in the house? Really? You in the house? Holy guacamole! I like this. AP, ball winning midfield, DM, wing back, defense. Okay, why is so safe? Okay, it's very safe, man. This is very, very safe. But I can see why somebody would do this. I probably wouldn't do it, but this is more like soak and hit, man. Step up more, yeah, okay? Step up, they're going to keep the ball. They're going to hit one over the top. Why don't you tell this dribble more, take more risks? Okay, this guy bomb a bit, just bust the gut. You got AP here. Sit narrower, roam from position. Okay, this guy will drift into this pocket. This guy's going to come up. Okay, advance forward, dribble more, take more risk. Take more risk all day long. All day long. That's the only thing that this guy will do. Okay, that's it. Ask him to take risks all day long. Like Rexona, right? Okay. That's all he does. Run forward and conquer. Okay, AP drop into this position. Wing back coming this way. I would swap these two actually. You know, ball winning midfielder here with AP is a good move because he's going to try and push up the pitch to help. But there might be some problems here. So I would tell this guy to roam from position. Okay. Take more risks. That means he will also do that with movement. Yeah. With movement, they'll take some risks. He might drop a bit deeper during the transition. Wing back or defense is fine. There's nothing wrong with this role. They actually do get up the pitch. Yeah. Especially if he's playing on a higher attacking mentality. So that's definitely possible. Ball playing defender here is probably my go-to because we got wing back. But this is relatively safe. It can work. Yeah, it can work. But here, I'll tell you, roll from position, sit narrower. Yeah, man. You come into this pocket, this wing back is going to take over. Then the wing back can go down the flank, and then you got players here trying to break offside trap all day long. Then this winger, play a right-footed player. Wait, let me think. Play a right-footed player here as a winger, not a left-footed player. Play a right-footed player so that he can actually cross the ball with his right foot. Yeah, because the right-footed cross will go towards goal, whereas it's curl towards goal, right? So if you're a striker, it's easy, it's nicer, it's more fun, especially if you want to get onto that ball. But yeah, this is how I set it up. Slight change really. I wouldn't change too much. But yeah, this is super safe, man. Okay. If you want to do that, fine. You can play a DM on support too if you want. This can work. Yeah, DM on support can also work. DM and defense might be a bit too safe, right? I would probably go like DM on support. But, you know, you got a ball-winning midfielder. It's going to have a zone that's about this big. He's going to be all over here. So, yeah, could work. I mean, this guy could be a playmaker kind of player. Then he still work. Yeah, he anchors. But this one super safe area. I could work. But this was draft mode, right? So I would probably do it like this in draft mode as well. Nobody's going to be able to break me down here. Okay. But this guy, because he drifts here, he's going to pull away a player. And then this guy is going to come up. Yeah. Roam. These two guys, take more risk, dribble more, shoot more often. Take more risk, dribble more, shoot more often. Yeah. That's what I would do. Go forth and conquer. Attack. Yeah. Just attack that pocket. AP, the only problem with AP, right, is they might get into trouble, but here roam from positions in arrow or just leave it like that, you know. AP like this. Okay. He can actually hug wide. Right. But the reason why I don't want him to stay wider all the time, if he drifts into the center, he picks up players. But it's also easier to close down. That's why he removes stay wider. But probably set it up like that. Yeah. Just leave it. This is fine. Yeah. Yeah, this is annoying as hell to play against. Step up more again, uncheck. Yeah, just uncheck it. Don't need it. Yeah. Step up more will happen. What happened? These two guys are gonna come and help you win the ball back when you lose the ball, right? So uncheck it if you need to. It can work. But aggressive start, step up more. Other than that, just check. Just remove this. Yeah. Very interesting. People coming to me for PvP tactics. I miss PvP, man. Okay. White midfielder. Don't play white midfielder. Play defensive winger and stop looking at other roles. Okay. Take more risk, cross on byline. That's it. Don't look at other roles. Okay. Halfback in this system is a complete waste. Because halfback is going to come. It's not as if he's going to come in and form a tree. He might occasionally create a tree. But it's going to be too difficult. I mean, you might have problems with build-up play. I will probably come in here still use a DM on support. A halfback in this setup, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Now, white centre-back will come out support play. White centre-back here will come out support play. Take more risk. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll probably go DM, DLP. Or maybe even DM-D. Right? Okay, our DM is perfectly fine. DLP is fine. AP. The problem with AP is it's going to drive into the box with the target forward. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, this guy roll from position and move into channels. Yeah, okay. No low cross because you're limiting yourself. I probably wouldn't do that. Underlap left, widest play, holds out the ball, looking for inside run. No one is doing that, so please, you don't need that. Focus play to the middle, that's fine. Yeah, players are going to come closer together and then tick-tock all the way through. Okay, slightly lower tempo, fine. Dribble less, fine. Be more expressive, fine. Wide, yeah, width is nothing wrong with the width. Take showcase, but yeah, okay, fine. This is okay. Step up more, trap inside. Heavens to Murgatroyds, do not do this. This is suicide football. I'll tell you why. Trap inside, you got this, you killing this guy. Your AP on attack is not gonna, your AP on attack is gonna give you very average numbers. Because whenever you do a trap inside, the attack duties have to work on the trap too. So when they're always not in the perfect position for the counter attack. So if you're gonna need, trust me, this by itself is gonna trap inside. Your defensive, look, penetrations, I would say you get about 190 attempts in total by the opposition a game. At most 100. I mean, most of the time entries, right? You will not typically see the region about 200 to 300. No, sometimes for 4-3-3 formations, right? Towards the center. That means final opposition entries, right? You come in here, right? Data hub. You come here. Last 5 matches, right? You see this opposition final to entries. A lot of 4-3-3s give you about 300 and higher. But these tactics, right, they give you about 200. Yeah. So you don't need to do this trap inside because he will automatically do the trap for you because the player's already there. Right? So you don't need to. So I would just leave it like that. Yeah. Don't change too much. Yeah. You don't do a halfback. I'm just looking to make it more solid. Right? Okay. You want to do the halfback, come in here like Man City and all that. It might be a challenge, you know. I would say it's a bit more challenging because we're missing one of the roles has to be tweaked. Okay, next tactic. 4-2-3-1. DLP, I say Disherby like 4-2-3-1. Where's your player or defense? Okay, these two players, right? They're gonna be Yeah, they gotta both be on support duty. No stay wider. Take it out. You're gonna lose this player immediately. Right? Don't play stay wider. And gosh, okay, can work. In this setup, the Engosh can work. Yeah. Inverted winger is looking for a pass this way. Inverted play a very good players who got strong feet. Don't play stay wider because it does not work. Okay, stay wider will never work with an inverted winger because they are definitely coming inside. Whether you like it or not, you can put a big sign on their head that says stay wider, they don't listen to you. Okay? Because this role will start wide and come inside. It will always invert, right? Meaning the guy's going to come inside and then he's going to use his right foot. Then you can't stop it, right? So don't do it. Stay wider doesn't change it, doesn't make it better, doesn't improve it. If you want somebody to stay wide, this is what you do. You play a winger on attack duty, but you play a right-footed player here. Then you get the full width, right? You get these guys hugging the line. But why would they want to hug the line with the Engash? All the Engash is doing here, he needs to be able to link up play. He's not going to move around a lot, right? So he needs players coming off him that he can pass the ball to. So you need a very good player for this role. Overlap left and overlap right. These guys are going to be high up the pitch, holding up the ball. These guys are holding up the ball for this guy. I mean, it's a bit of an unnecessary thing to do because it's just adding a lot of risk to your tactic, right? Because if you lose the ball with these guys. Because when you do an overlap, right, these guys got to hold up the ball looking for an outside run. Now, the problem is this. Your support is very far away. He's not going to support. So they're waiting for the run to come. And you're playing on standard tempo. Chances are you might not see that happening very much. So if I were you, I would remove this. Okay, and only, if I want to bring it on, maybe against a team that's giving me a lot of time, they're sitting back in defense and I'm attacking them all day long, I find bring it on. Right? If you're playing against Manchester City and they're attacking you like holy hell, then oh shit, take it off, right? That kind of thing. So this is situational. Right? So it's not bad. I like the tactic, but I probably will make small little changes. As I remove this, they removed this in FM23 and FM22. They took this out, the cheat code for ball winning midfielder in this position. They removed it. Now, the only other role that can now do that is this. Segundo volante, maximum pressing, get further forward, maximum tackling, tackle harder. Now you get a player that's going to do you a lot of grunt work in this area. Like a ball winning midfielder, but he's going to punch up. I'll probably switch to this instead of playing a ball winning midfielder. Yeah. So I got Volante. Volante would be a much better option because it's like a box-to-box midfielder. He can work with the Engosh. Yeah. So I'll probably change it to that rule. Okay. Let's see. We did this. Casado. Yeah, I think I went the other way. City. Okay. Casado, I didn't do yours. Okay. Y4-3. Okay. For once, right, I'm stopping to think. Why do you have two APs? Yeah. You got two wingers coming this way, two APs. Okay. In this particular setup, maybe it might work though. I won't knock this because I can see where this is coming from. You know why? Because these wingers are gonna give you width, right? They're gonna go down the flanks, right? This inverted winger is gonna come here and anchor this position. This guy's gonna give us the width. Because they're giving us the width, these guys can drop deeper and they can play one down the line. So your most important instruction is this. You don't really... No. Your friend is not low cross. Your friend is actually... remove this as a work ball into box. Okay. The reason why I'm doing all this is run a defense is also not your friend. Why am I saying not your friend? Because you don't want players to be dribbling the ball all day long and losing the ball. Pass into space is actually your friend. Okay. Because this guy's going to attack the space. This guy's going to attack the space. This guy's moving to space. This guy's moving to space, right? APs, right? So, yeah. Roaming from position. Get them to roam, right? Get both of them to roam and move into channels. Okay. What happens now is when they roam, right, they drop away from players. When they drop away from players, they become outlets. So you get this trident, which is very creative. You can drop deep. These guys go up. They create space for you. This guy is going to go left and right as well. Okay, fine. I mean, I would play a pressing forward attack or a advanced forward in this setup. Be more disciplined, I'll probably remove it because you want a lot of movement. Okay, whenever you play pass into space, don't play be more disciplined. Yeah, just don't. These two instructions don't really work very well together. If you put pass into space and be more disciplined, players are going to stay in their positions a lot, right? They're going to be staying focused, they're maintaining their shape. But pass into space, players, you're looking at players with great off the ball movement. They're going to be running between into the spaces between players. Why? Because this game defaults to pass to feet. By default, it's pass to feet. So that's why I suggest pass into space. If you are this tactic is a pass into space tactic, because you need the winger to release the ball. You need all these guys to get into position. So yeah, okay. Inverted wing back, okay, all right. You need this tactic. If you're gonna use inverted wing backs, please make sure they are fast. Acceleration 15, decision making 15, agility 13, concentration 13, anticipation 13. Yeah, minimum. So 13 for all the attributes, and 15 for acceleration. Otherwise, don't even bother starting with inverted wing backs because they'll have a lot of defending to do. By all means, okay, can start in? I guess it's possible. I mean, you have the place for it. But do not ever use these two, because when you use the trap inside, you kill these two players automatically. And don't use trap outside. Now, I don't even use top cross. You don't need these guys. You don't want these guys coming back all the time to help you defend, right? Because when you do stop cross, these guys are going to come and help you defend, and you lose the counter attacking opportunity. So you're really depending on these guys doing a lot of defending. This tactic cannot play as a mid block, has to play as a high. Yeah. Yeah. Play our defense. Yeah. You don't. Yeah. Play our defense. Then you play this guy as a ball playing defender as well. They can bring the ball out of defense. Because I mean, the reason why I want both of them to be ball playing defenders is because these inverted wing backs sometimes are gonna push off with the ball, right? Let me think. Okay, you know. I think having too many cooks might spoil the broth. Okay lah, one CD. CD is fine. I'll just nitpicking. But this is a very interesting tactic. Very interesting. I'm very curious to see how it will do. But I think it can work. Yeah, it can work because this is a nice diamond shape. And these guys are going to give you another inverted, right? So there's like an inverted M here, no? There's like an M shape here, right? But this guy's going to drop into these positions. They're going to swap, no? So it can become a W after that. So it's very interesting. I like this tactic. Hey, AP can drop, right? So this because of the movement. Yeah, very interesting tactic. I mean, another option is actually to play trequartistas here. So you can actually do a trequartista as well. They can dribble. So what happens is they drop, right? These guys push forward, these guys push forward. Otherwise, these guys attack the box. Also possible. These are two roles that you want to try and experiment with. I probably will play. I might even try trequartistas, this tactic. But APs, they will do defensive job. Trequartistas, maybe not, right? So it depends on what you feel like doing on the day. But I would definitely try that out. TS1, your tactic. Okay. Okay, 5. Okay, oh. A tactic after my own heart. Very simple. I like this. Don't change it. Maybe change this guy. Wait, let me see. Yeah, change this guy to an APS. With don't expect him to give you a lot of we're not looking for fantastic chance creation. The reason why I want this role is because he can drift into the center, he can drop, he can move around. There's a complete wingback coming here, so you can always release him. And then you got this AM on attack, so he's gonna attack this way. I mean, attacking with an attack is fine. Pressing one is gonna go left and right, it's fine. A volante is going to punch up the pitch, right? So, yeah, okay, fine. I mean, if you wanted to get him to be a bit more aggressive, you can always ask him to get further forward. Then he will actually push even higher. But you don't really need one to do that because there's an AM here and a wing back here. So this wing back is going to bring the ball. Cross him center is fine. Wide center back. Ball playing defender. Stay wider. Get him to stay wider. So that when this complete wing back goes missing, because, okay, the thing here is this, right? I'm more into you using this role, wide center back or defense. The reason is because this complete wing back is going to roam. He's going to attack. Right? He's going to bomb down the pitch. So he might not be there helping you defend. So you need somebody who's out wider, a wide role that can also support your play. I probably wouldn't focus play to the middle and play narrow at the same time. That's just going to lead to much congestion. There's already so many players here. Why do you want to do this? If you want to do this, get your width up. Right, because otherwise you're gonna have players that are on top of each other, and then you're gonna kill the movement of all these roles, right? So if you're gonna focus play to the middle, go a bit wider. There, you're gonna see the ball going up to the wing backs. The wing backs might do line passes, right? They go down the line for the pass. Whereas if you play narrow like this, what you're gonna see is more wall passes where the ball comes in and goes back in straight away. And then when you have all this congestion happening here, you could lose the ball because your players are gonna be, might not be easy to find. But the line pass, which the pass goes down the line, is going to be better for these players because these players can go wide to receive the ball. And then when they go wide to receive the ball, they pull defenders away. So I will never play this like that. Focus play to the middle, always go wide. Okay, so I would recommend that. Then this is fine. Counter. Yeah, I will leave it here. High defensive line, high line. Okay, step up more. Step up more may not be your friend because you got so many DMs here, right? This is a very congested bottom. If you do a step up more, it will squeeze the space. That is true. Okay, but I will pay a lot of attention. If I'm getting beaten by balls over the top, I remove this straight away. That's all. Just remove that straight away. Because you don't need step up more with this tactic. Yeah. More than anything else, I probably drop off more. I'll get them to drop off because it's I probably uncheck. You don't need all of them. Mid, high, prevent short goalkeeper administration 1, 2, 3, and one of these is going to help you. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. But you have to remember one thing, right? This tactic gives a lot of headaches to teams who have got a DM. Right? So if they play out a defense, they give it to the DM, they might run out of passing options very quickly because you got 2 more here. Right? So there are times when you may think, right, this is not your friend. You may allow them to pass the ball out. The moment they pass the ball out, they get into trouble. So I also will look at this instruction as a situational thing. Yeah. It can be quite a lot of fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today, man. A lot of tactics came in. I hope I managed to cover all the tactics and share my thoughts. Now, once again, these are my thoughts. Right? I would suggest going out there, trying them out. There's a lot to be said about a person suggesting something without playing it with that specific team that you're using it with. Just, hey, man, I could say it works on paper, but then if you don't have the players for it, I could be thinking like, the ideal situation, if you have the players for it, that's what's going to happen. But if you're playing it with like, I don't know, Dulwich, Hamlet, and you got this tactic out and you're looking at me going like, I need help with Dulwich, Hamlet, and my tactic is not working, and I'm going like, yeah, this is what I think, but then you might not have the players for it, right? So ultimately in this game, you need to take a look at your players too. And it's not that difficult to do, right? But coming up with a safer system, if you notice one thing, in all my teams, right, I'm looking at balance in all your tactics, like, making a bit more balance. Sometimes I see a tactic which has got, there isn't a lot of firepower. You might be going like, okay, you only have one option to create your attacks, and I'm going like, oh my god, where are all the other options coming from? Then I see, oh, it's PvP. It's okay. There's a different setup. Because in PvP, I'm not thinking like I'm playing against the AI. I'm thinking I'm playing against a player. Maybe I want to park my ass nicely in one area, let him try and break me down there because everybody's attacking on the right. Okay, so I defend down the left, let them attack me down the right. Okay, because I'm waiting to hammer them down the left. See, so that's different. PvP is so different from the AI. The AI, I'm thinking differently. I'm thinking like, okay, fine. AI, I got to have a plan A, attack down the left. I got a plan B, attack down the right. And a plan C, attack down the center. Because it's the AI. So at the end of the day, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. So all that depends on how well you understand the roles and duties in the game and the attributes that drive those roles. So I hope I helped you guys out today. Please stay safe, take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow for our continuing adventures on our Journeyman Safe. You guys be good. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.